Well, good morning, guys. How are you today? Welcome to Tiny Treasures. Do you have a dirty room? And what's that got to do with a new year and a new fail? Well, a friend told me a story years ago that she explained to her young son. It was so interesting that it reminded me of New Year's resolutions, the kind that people make every year. You know, 4,000 years ago is when New Year's resolutions actually started, and they were started by pagans. But a lot of Christians still observe those traditions and keep those resolutions, or at least we try to. Well, this story somehow reminded me that we need to manage our new year and the promises that we make to God, to ourselves, and those promises we make to others too. They're important. Well, let's look at three different stories, and each one of these stories will give you an idea of how you may want to be. They're all different, so you pick one. The first story is a person that's an obedient fake. The second one is a mess at its best. And the last one is humble and happy. That obedient fake, what happened to that person was on a Saturday morning, mom came in and said, "Will you please clean your room real good today? It is so dirty." And you said, "Mom, I will clean my room right away." So then you took all the toys out and the clothes out and all the trash that was laying around in your room, and you stuffed it all into your closet. You stuffed it under the bed too. Well, then the room looked great. You did exactly what you were told to do. No, but it looks like you did. Well, mom comes in. She looks around the room and she smiles because it looks like you've done such an impressive job. Little does she know what is lurking in that room. The second scenario, mess at its best, happens like this. Mom comes in on Saturday and she says, "Clean your room, it's nasty." And you say, "Okay, Mom, I'll clean my room right away." So then you go upstairs, you pull everything out of the closets, out of the drawers. You get all the things in your toy box and under your bed and you pull all them out. Just at the moment when your room looks its worst, guess what happens? Mom walks in. She stops and she looks. She don't make a sound. At this point, you're panicking. Oh no, not knowing what to do. You just say, "Well, the heck with it. Mom's not going to understand what I'm trying to do. I might as well just quit." So all of a sudden, you feel defeated and you just take your punishment. That's how we feel a lot of times, isn't it? Well, the third scenario is humble and happy. So mom comes to you yet again on Saturday morning. She says, "Honey, I want you to clean your room up really good today. It's you've been slacking." And you said, "Okay, Mom, I'll clean that room right away." So you go upstairs and you pull all your stuff out of the closet, just like the other story. You empty your drawers, you empty your toy box, you jerk all the trash out from under your bed. Any nook and cranny you can find something, you pull it out. Right when everything's a wreck, Mom walks into the room again. She looks around the room, but you quickly explain that you pulled all those things out so that you could completely clean it like she asked. Well, Mom smiles at you and she begins to show you the right way to get this room cleaned and all shined up. Because you know, moms are a whiz at cleaning rooms. So, who do you want to be for Jesus? I want to be humble and happy. Let's allow Jesus to show us the mess that's in our heart. Let the Holy Spirit pull out all these things that's in our heart, all those things that are not like Jesus that's in our life. Then we begin to live our life as the Lord has called us to live. You know, I want to be bold for Jesus this year. I want to be effective in my community for the Lord. And if you have not guessed, I'm a very animated person. But you know, this year in 2026, let's rock it big for Jesus, okay? Let's not have a new year, new fail. Let's have a new year, new win. Let's keep Jesus in the mix for 26. You guys have a Jesus kind of day. Hugs.